Alrighty, good morning, ladies, or wherever you're joining from right now. I wanted to quickly hop on and have a conversation around decisions when you're in an emotionally intense situation. So, I've just hopped off a conversation with a lady who has ended her marriage to be with her affair partner. But now that she's ended the marriage 6 months ago, nothing is moving forward with the affair partner, and she's confused about this whole situation, what she has done, and how to really navigate such a emotional roller coaster and confusing time. So, I just want to quickly make a point here. When we are going through such an intense experience where your emotions are at peaks of either really high or extremely low, we are in fight, fright, freeze. We are making decisions from our animal, from getting our needs met first instead of our spiritual self, which can really determine what's going to be best for me long term. So, because you're acting from your animal, you're acting from survival mode, which is essentially your fear self. So, if you're in a situation that's really tough right now, often you can feel confused because your spiritual self, that intuitive side of yourself that might know deep down what the right thing to do is, doesn't your fear side of yourself, your animalistic side, that survival side, doesn't want to hear it. And it's so scary because often deep down you have the answers of what action to take moving forward, yet your fear doesn't want to hear it. That fear side of yourself, the survival side, the animal side of yourself that needs to get your basic human needs met, to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel loved, to be appreciated, to be seen, to be safe, to be heard. All these things are your animal based needs that come with us when we are born. And if they are not being met, we will do everything to meet them first before we meet the needs of our spiritual side of ourselves, our intuitive side of ourselves, the side of ourselves that knows we are made for so much more, but often acting on that is so scary. And so if you're going through this right now, if you're going through a really challenging situation, the first thing I invite you to do is just a little strategy that really works. And it's just getting clear on the two sides of ourselves and what they both think towards this situation. So, what I would invite you to do is to sit down. We want to drown out all these distractions, all these different thoughts, ideas, and really quieten the mind. Once you do that and you sit in a meditation, maybe have some soft, slow music on, sit on your bed or outside. It's raining right now, so it's the beautiful time here to be reflecting. But out in nature is another beautiful thing. That's where you can really connect to source. I hope I'm recording. I am recording. That's where you can really connect to that intuitive side of yourself. Once you are centered, grounded, then I invite you to say, okay, if I have this animal side of myself, this fear side of myself, the side of myself that's designed to protect me, designed to keep me safe, designed to keep me alive and thriving. If I've got that side of myself, and then I've got my intuitive side of myself, my higher side of myself, faith, that's based on faith. If I've got those two sides of myself, what thoughts do they both think about this affair situation? And you'll notice that the different thoughts come up are quite opposing to each other. And when we can differentiate, if I can even speak English, the two different thoughts, then you can really get clear, am I making a decision that's acting out of fear, out of survival mode? Or am I making a decision that's based out of faith, out of trusting the process, trusting the universe? And although it's really scary, you know deep down you're made for more than whatever these feelings that you're experiencing right now. And the actions that that higher side of ourselves might be thinking, that's acting from faith, might be so scary to the fearful animalistic side of ourselves. So just to clarify the process so that it makes sense to you. If you have questions, put them below, or you can message me on Instagram. My Instagram's below. You can also email me on my website. So you've got the fear side of the self, your animalistic side, and then your higher self side of yourself. You've got those two parts. Go into meditation, just go into a quiet place where you can be with your journal, reflect, drown out any distractions. And you want to be like, if I was making decisions right now towards this affair experience, if I was making decisions based from my survival side of myself, what would I be doing? How would I be making decisions? And then ask, I need this. This is what I want to do. This is what I fear, all these things. And then the other side of yourself, if I was making decisions based out of trust, based out of faith, based on it would succeed if I acted on these decisions. My earphone's falling out. Based on my higher side of myself that knows I am made for more than the current reality that I am living right now. If I'm making decisions based on that, what would I be thinking about this experience? How would I be talking to myself? And often we want to protect ourselves. We are often very much acting from a place of survival, and it's not actually serving you in the long run. If you want to hear more of the thoughts of the higher side of yourself, I invite you to pretend that you are looking down towards your younger self. So if you're 10 years from now, or you were the mother of the person you are right now, and you were offering advice, or the best friend, and you were offering advice, experiencing or looking at this person in front of you that is going through what you're going through right now, what advice would you give her? That way you are removed emotionally from the experience, and you can really take an outside in approach towards looking at what you're going through. And that's often the higher side of yourself that can channel those kind of thoughts and ideas. So I hope that helps. If you want any support on that and have questions and really are like, I don't know if this is a higher side or a fear side, or if this is like which side this should be on, then ask me and I will support you on like making a link between the two so you can get clearer on those two sides of yourself that are both running the show. What we want to do is we want to put that higher side of yourself in charge instead of having this as the driver of your reality. So hope that helps. Bye for now.